Good evening, I'm Jojo Zaza. Welcome to DVRealNewsTV, your source for in-depth, incisive insights on the issues shaping our world. Tonight, we turn our attention to a developing constitutional controversy rocking Nigeria's corridors of power and cultural identity. In Abuja this past week, the apex socio-cultural group Ohani's Ndigbo Worldwide strongly condemned a proposed Senate bill that would elevate the Uni of Ith and the Sultan of Sokoto as exclusive permanent co-chairman of Nigeria's Traditional Rulers Council. Reports indicate that the bill has passed its second reading in the Senate and seeks to entrench the Uni and Sultan in the highest leadership of the National Council of Traditional Rulers, effectively giving them permanent, exclusive authority over all other monarchs across Nigeria. Ohani's response. In a strongly worded statement signed by its National Publicity Secretary, Dr. Ezekiel Chukwu, Ohani's condemned the bill as inequitable, discriminatory, and ethnocentric. Allegedly, Chukwu accused the Senate of failing in its primary role as the custodian of Nigeria's democratic mandate, arguing the bill undermines the federal character enshrined in the Nigerian constitution, the principle mandating fair representation of the country's diverse ethnic and regional groups. Ohani's further described the legislation as asymmetric, pointing out that it effectively sidelines major traditional rulers from other ethnicities and geopolitical zones, particularly those from the southeast and middle belt. In the critics' argument, allegedly, the bill is viewed as favoring Yoruba and Hausa Fulani monarchy elites, elevating the Uni and Sultan above all other traditional rulers. There are concerns it undercuts the dignity and relevance of institutions such as the Obi of Onitsha, Aku of Wakari, and others representing diverse ethnic sovereignties. Dr. Chukwu emphasized the absence of ethical metrics, objective criteria, or balanced governance standards in the legislation, elements deemed essential for national unity and social justice in a plural society like Nigeria. The bill's passage to second reading signals Senate momentum, though its final fate remains uncertain. Ohani's demanded immediate withdrawal and a comprehensive review, stressing that any legislation of this magnitude must reflect cultural sensitivity, geopolitical balance, and inclusive governance. And meanwhile, the Middle Belt Forum, MBF, joined the chorus, arguing the Sultan's role is primarily religious, not secular, and warning that institutionalizing his co-chairmanship would marginalize indigenous and Christian traditional institutions, potentially prompting ethnic mobilization. Nigeria is home to over 250 ethnic groups, with the Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa Fulani being major players. Traditional rulers, including Obas, Sultans, Emirs, Obis, and local monarchs, serve as cultural custodians and are symbols of identity, unity, and heritage in their communities. Granting permanent supremacy to just two figures could undermine constitutional equality among monarchs, reinforce perceptions of regional dominance and exclusion, fuel ethnic tensions and political mistrust in an already fragile plural democracy. The Ohani's Ndigbo Worldwide, speaking through their National Publicity Secretary Dr. Ezekiel Chukwu, blasted the Senate for proposing what they termed an ethnocentric and asymmetric bill that grants permanent elevation to only two traditional rulers, the Uni of Ith and the Sultan of Sokoto. In doing so, the group warns, the legislation violates the federal character principle and sidelines equally historic institutions across Nigeria's 6 geopolitical zones. Ohani's insists the bill must be withdrawn immediately and completely reassessed with input from all regions, in order to maintain national unity, cultural equity, and peaceful coexistence. Senate deliberations continue. Final passage would trigger President's assent or veto. As civil society reactions may intensify, other ethnic and cultural bodies could issue statements or legal challenges. The public discourse might crystallize around demands for rotational leadership or inclusive representation within the Traditional Rulers Council. This story highlights societal fault lines, tradition, ethnicity, political power, and constitutional equity all intersect. A bill intended to standardize leadership within the Traditional Rulers Council instead risks institutionalizing hierarchy among equals, unless redrafted with inclusive, equitable input from all corners of Nigeria. That's the latest on this unfolding constitutional and cultural controversy. We'll continue to monitor any Senate updates, reactions from other ethnic organizations, and broader public sentiment. DV Real News. We bring the story behind the story. Tonight, we shine a light on a deeply personal and culturally rich moment from the traditional wedding ceremony of Nigerian music icon Tu Baba, Innocent Idibia, and Edo State lawmaker Natasha Osawaru. A moment that went viral on social media this week captured the emotional scene as the couple received heartfelt blessings from their parents in a traditional setting, echoing time-honored customs and signaling broader acceptance. Here's that story. On Friday, July 25, 2025, per multiple media reports, Tu Baba and Natasha held an intimate traditional wedding ceremony in Abuja, attended by only close family members. Among the most poignant scenes circulating online is the moment both received parental blessings, a cultural milestone symbolizing familial endorsement of their union. In posted footage, Tu Baba's mother, Idibia, along with Natasha's parents, are seen offering traditional prayers and blessings, a powerful visual with coral beads and Edo ceremonial regalia present throughout. Earlier public moments indicated initial reservations. Idibia reportedly had doubts early on, but eventually gave her blessing after Natasha paid respects and followed familial protocols. The venue featured traditional decor, banners declaring "Welcome to our wedding, Innocent and Natasha," and a wedding cake reflecting native motifs. The couple was seen wearing customary Edo attire, Tu Baba in a white embroidered native top and coral accessories, Natasha in a red off-shoulder dress crowned with an okuku coral-beaded headpiece. Social media reactions praised the emotional authenticity of the blessing moment, noting it underscored both cultural significance and personal sincerity. In Nigerian tradition, parental prayers at marriage are not just symbolic. They bind families, affirm heritage, and offer spiritual endorsement. Seeing both sets of parents participate publicly reflects evolving family dynamics amid modern celebrity life. For Tu Baba in particular, who has faced public scrutiny over his separation from his previous wife Annie Macaulay, this ceremony marks not just a personal turning point, but a demonstration of ritual continuity and social reconciliation. In a deeply emotional ceremony held on July 25, 2025, innocent Tu Baba Idibia and Natasha Osawaru were seen receiving solemn blessings from their parents, marking a moment steeped in tradition and personal affirmation. Their mothers and fathers joined hands in the Edo rites, offering prayers and symbolic acceptance, as coral beads and ceremonial regalia framed the scene. The gesture spoke volumes, not just as cultural protocol, but as confirmation that their union has the full weight of family endorsement. The blessing moment captured at the wedding of Tu Baba and Natasha Osawaru wasn't just a viral clip, it was a testament to enduring tradition in modern life, a moment of familial closure and fresh beginnings. As the couple steps forward publicly under the watchful gaze of culture and celebrity, that blessing stands as an anchor, ancestral, emotional, and deeply Atlantic to their path ahead. That's the full story behind that viral blessing clip from the traditional wedding of Tu Baba and Natasha Osawaru. We'll keep tracking any public statements, family responses, or cultural follow-up ceremonies. I'm Jojo Zaza. Thank you for watching DV Real News TV. Good night.